Good morning, Koltun. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay.
What's gonna help the headset?
I'm here. What you have open is not NQ, right?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, now I've got open and queue. I am in short today morning. We've got bit of the gap from the open, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if you'll manage to fill it on before
Yeah, I
the New
saw that.
York. Today there is not New York as well, so we'll see. I want to see what's happened when we come to this liquidity here. We're printing as well. Trail stop on 3 minutes. So no
Where's the liquidity at?
liquidity. It's starting at 330, but that one is not the main one. The main one is at 328, so it's not that far away.
Okay. Yeah. Where did you get in?
Ah, wh- when we had these two big candles, because for me this was like at stop loss hound for all of the shorts which
Mm-hmm.
people open earlier from
Oh,
the
okay.
night. And then I saw we reject very quick. I wait for the price to see if you'll continue higher or not. And just when you're touching 200, below 200, I enter. Surely.
200?
Uh,
300?
200 is the moving average. When we was testing
Oh,
200 moving
yeah.
average,
Okay,
and
okay.
now I am quite happy because moving average is red.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I entered one candle earlier than the oscillator was showing as well. That's good one.
I see like it wants to fight with the the VWAP and 5 minute.
Okay.
WMA 5 minute and the
Yeah.
VWAP.
Where we got the view up? The view up. Oh, we are on a view up, just below it.
We're on it. Right. 45.
And 5 minutes as well is at 45. Yeah, okay. Oh no, 5 minutes is a bit higher. 5 minutes is at 50.
Hmm.
Okay, we'll see how wide. Don't expecting a lot of moves today, especially
No, why? For the holiday?
holiday proper summer started, and it's no trading day for US, so we'll see.
Mm.
I don't want to close that short, but I am break
You
even
want to close?
now. Yeah, I am break even now. When I opened, it was only 4 point stop loss. So this is
Mm.
how I didn't have a
Mm-hmm.
huge hopes for it to happen. How you close your trade on Friday? Did you try to keep it long or not?
I did. Well, I was at a doctor's appointment, remember? So
Yeah,
I ended up getting out. I ended up getting out at, I don't even know. It was a high number. But I was like, if I would have stayed, it would have dropped down again and I would have been able to get out at that 30 or whatever it was.
yeah.
But oh well, I left it alone.
But still, we
I
did
didn't trade it anymore after that.
okay because we never come to the bottom which we created earlier, so
Hmm.
that's actually good
But
call
I could have got
to
in.
close
I
it.
could have got it dropped again, but no telling. It could have came all the way up to my position, right? But
Yeah.
so I didn't trade again. That was it for the day. And I mean, it helped me. It recouped all my losses for that morning. And then I made the $400.
Okay, that's really good because it's really sometimes not worth to wait too long.
Hmm.
As when you're waiting,
But I really am hoping this drops. At least from the box of open, but it hasn't even touched the low from the open,
yeah,
which was 15228. I was hoping it was going to go back at least to that, but I don't know. I mean, it can, right? Still, but
yeah. I saw the open of the London, and I was thinking to short it then, but no, just go sleep, leave it alone. But it won't be a
hmm.
good. It was a good idea to open then because the price was high.
Hmm. Well, yeah, but I was thinking at that time, I was thinking long.
Okay.
What does that mean? That TP is that a take profit for a short or?
Take profit for a short, yeah.
Mm. What's in consolidation?
Quite long one through whole night.
Yeah,
So it's not like really trading day. I will see what's happening in a few hours, but I don't want to sit too long on it today.
right. I was hoping it was gonna drop. So it's above the VWAP, barely, and the 5 minute.
Yeah. And it don't look like they really try to do too much.
London already open, or it opened up at 2 o'clock
The London opening in half an hour.
in half an hour. Uh, okay.
Days like that, like now when ATR is small and the trade going nowhere, you had the entry and your break even. Just I using them to do some researches now and checking few things because it's really very silly. price action.
It's at the VWAP and the 5 minute SMA. I mean, not a full candle, right? But
Yeah,
46.
but we can see
Oh my.
the buyers they try to step in. The line change
Hmm.
green, not blue even, straight to green.
Damn it and damn it. Two. So would it be wise to take a long?
Mm, not now.
Not now. I'll have a buy signal there.
Yeah, and the candle just click green. But we are in a chop zone. We're ranging, so the signals they will be faking us out.
Hmm.
Actually, ourselves from here. Well, yeah, we're testing the. I just add another two contracts.
So it went as low as 340 at one.
Mhm. 57. Okay, so far look good.
So that would have been a fake out for anybody, I guess, or.
This is what I'm thinking because we are in a range.
It's ranging.
Yeah, this is why because we are in a range. I will mark it as the
Hmm.
they're trying to fake us out. Thank you. Don't want to change green now.
Huh?
I just saying because it's telling me that NQ changing green on a candle, but
And
we
what
are.
is that?
No, no, it's okay. Don't worry. We are on a POC, but not a session POC or last 2 hours POC. So a lot of order is built here on last 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
What?
Yes, background change green. I was hoping so the surge will continue here, but surge bullish start to continue and the strike isolator changing green. We just touched one of the DC boxes here.
That what? The box for which one?
Here the light green one. It was created at 2 a.m. 3:40 a.m. my time. Yeah, I didn't trade Friday at all. I even didn't switch on
Hmm?
the P. I didn't trade Friday at all. I even didn't switch on the
Oh,
PC.
after. Well, that's good. I mean, you did good though. You did awesome.
Yeah, then because last week I had a like nice 2 weeks and I messed up Friday a lot, and then Saturday I was just feeling bad about that. So definitely I wanna avoid these feelings.
Mm-hmm.
When it's going good, just keep it this way.
Hmm?
When it's going good, I prefer to keep it this way and
Mm.
have a small break for one day. It's very helpful.
Yeah. This can go back down under the 5 minute WMA.
Let's try to see
Is
what
this
we're
still
doing
entries that
here.
you're looking at?
Previous 4 hour candles, close of it. It's holding us. So we cannot cross it, which is good so far for me, for us. And I would like to stay
Mm-hmm.
in this nice cheap area. Actually, my TP is at 340. The
That's
next
the
one,
bottom.
the next one, and I can move it a bit lower because if you come here, we will go up to the cheap box. 35. Oh, leave as this. Then I got another one at 320, which is almost bottom of the cheap area. And there is a green,
Mm-hmm.
and the green fib is below it. So we'll see if we can pass this green fib from here. Oh, it's a top, so that will be nice if we can cross below that green fib. Test
Mm-hmm.
test here or test 50. It's perfect actually, 50% of previous day and today. And then go to the green and come back. 50, it will be closing the range, and that will be okay. So this green, it will close the gap.
Which green?
The green fib, the first green fib, which is a bullish one, which showing that we are bullish because we are above it.
Mm.
If we can go up to it and stay below, that will be a nice
Mm-hmm.
signal for the shorts to stay longer. 87. Okay, I can move the one of the TPs to 87.
Come on.
Okay, I need to. This is the nice thing about the. What was the name of it? Ninja Trader, because what I can do now, I just change my TPs.
Where are you going to change it to?
I just
To
checking. Open the. Oh, okay, why is it only
I
showing
mean, it says
Belarus?
VWAP is at 345, 346, and that's where it came back up on. Mm. 350.
Uh, 15287, 15. Oh shit, something happening in Poland.
Hmm?
Oh, something happening in Poland. To 90. Okay. Oh, quit printing your. Ooh, this bullish move, it's really printing long time. Oh shit. So
What?
now this bullish move is from Wednesday. The trail stop on this bullish move, it's printing from Wednesday. Even the
Oh,
even the
great.
even the price go below it, it will still be printing the trail stop.
Great, great. Let's see.
The bulls they don't want to stop. Yeah, actually my TP is at 7.5 for it.
Your TP's at 48, 348?
I move it to 36 now.
15336?
Yes. 0.25, just wanna bit more than that. It's a 50% of the swing. Yeah, Sydney Tokyo is just one big range. And we are in a range even if we will be 91, up to 91, we are in a range.
Oh, wow. The top of the ball, top of the band.
Maybe I wanna go from here where it's 301. Yeah, so it will be nice to close the gap before we move any higher. Will they do this or not?
Oh, do you think London will push it down or shoot up? What are your thoughts right now?
I know what I want to see. I want to see the price going down, but I
Well,
don't
of course.
know. I don't really know because we're staying at the same level now. We just tested 50% of the Sydney
Hmm.
and nothing. Okay, view up on a higher time frame is red, which is strange. I don't know why. It shouldn't be like that. Okay, hidden bear on a search,
Hmm.
which is nice because they're showing that there was like trying to create the orders there.
Hmm.
There is no volume at all on the market. Let's search the European market.
Not open yet. It looks like the candle's going crazy. But okay. Keep it.
I don't know, the ATR is only tool, so it's really not going anywhere. It's very small ATR for anything to happen.
Uh,
The midpoint move up, which is not really good. But
mhm.
if you will stay below the midpoint, that will be really good. Because now we was above the midpoint, and midpoint move up now.
Forty-seven, 46. Come on.
Just go lower.
Well, I hope. That's what I want also. Uh,
Okay.
what? What do you see?
A chop. I see a nice chop. But yeah, at 6:30 this was actually showing me nice sell there. But I wasn't on my PC. Exactly. Then and when I saw that it was a bit too late. Still, if I will open on this candle, I will feel much better.
Open what?
Like few points higher. I don't want to give a 10-point stop loss to this trade.
Mm. Fifty. Come on.
Okay, filter change to red on oil, but thank you. Still want to go higher.
All your stuff on your indicators are green.
Yeah. No, except the Nikkei is red, the cloud on Nikkei is red, the dollar and the yen are red as well. We are below the fibs, below the upper and lower.
You said your target is 36 even?
Oh, 36.25. Four minutes.
Yeah. 4 minutes.
Now something telling me just to close my short.
Uh-oh. Okay, well tell me because I'm in the short.
So
57. We're at
I,
53 more minutes.
I've got a small stop loss, so that's okay for me. But
Yeah.
on the other account, I
What's
can
telling you
open the
so?
link.
Why?
Excuse me?
Why are you thinking of closing it?
Because we're staying above 200 too long and we're just creating orders
Oh,
here. Start to build the
okay.
surge just before the open.
Mm-hmm.
1.5 minutes. Come on, London, just do the job. Okay, we got the big sell. We got the big sell, but they are much smaller than the previous ones. And okay.
Ugh.
Well, nothing is moving really today.
That what?
Nothing is really moving today.
No. It looks like I don't know what to think
Okay,
right now. I think
yes, yes. Start to go up,
okay.
and now I am start to go up a little bit.
Okay, then I think I should get out of this trade.
It will make sense if you are in profit.
No, I'm not in profit. Not at all. You're still in your short?
Yeah, I'm still in my shorts. As I mentioned, my stop loss is small, so
Yeah, mine isn't. So I don't know. Come on.
at least oil is dropping lower.
Hmm?
At least oil is selling, but I didn't open anything immediate today.
It literally said, what way are you going? Oh, God.
Just stay below the channel. Hmm, why my screens are off?
I don't know.
Okay, then. Come on, go now.
Come on.
It's like giving us the hope and then going the other way.
Yeah, it sure did. Consolidation, really. What does your indicator say?
The strength isolator is showing is short because it's, but actually they're showing chop because it's blue to red. It's even avoiding the purple line. If this will be red from blue straight to red, that would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not happening too often.
That 5 minute WMA and that, my goodness.
Hey, Colton.
Hi DC, nice job today.
Yes, I'm not touching it.
I opened the short with the small stop loss, but yeah,
That's good. I
till,
I recommend not to play too much today.
yeah, till we will leave the Sydney any direction, there is no point to
Yep.
do a lot. It's like when I check the overnight, I've got the like, auto trade system, and usually it's showing you short or long for the small TPs. And
Hmm.
when we're chopping, it's showing you trade after trade. This is what was happening through whole night. It was trade
Yep,
after
yep, yep,
trade,
yep.
and few points this way, few points that way. So they're just playing algos. But the nice thing is now the Dow, the Russell showing me short.
Yeah, today is for more for people who want to lose money.
Don't say that this is. Well, actually, I think that this will be my last trade for today.
Yeah.
I want to finish early the session.
We will be closing early today also.
Yeah. But I will go for some nice walk or drive around the towns.
Oh
Enjoy the.
yes.
We enjoyed the weekend driving a bit, so I can extend my weekend. Tomorrow will be similar, probably.
And also this week will be crazy with news. FOMC we have, NFP we have.
Hmm.
There will be volatility other days enough to make some nice money.
Yeah. Just break this box, Frankfurt Low. But what I'm worried that it will break that box and it won't go anywhere.
Hmm.
Today is a good day to do some testing, checking the new things.
Oh yes.
Even oil is so choppy today.
So TradingView is now having a 50% off sale.
I've got enough of for 2 years when I was
No, I
buying.
know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know your premium. I know.
But 50 is good, but
So
usually they've got 75 on a Black Fridays or
no,
Mondays.
I searched the history recent years they're doing on Black Friday even they're doing 75 yes for pro for premium they're doing only 60% off.
Okay.
So I wanted to ask you if it's worth waiting to get 10%
I don't
off
think so.
more.
10% is not a huge amount which you're looking to spend
Yeah,
over 1 year. So, and if you want to get the premium, which is what's nice about the premium, what I notice, even the volume data, it's giving you much more data
resolution. Yeah.
because you are allowed to use the maximum data which they've got it. And I didn't realize about this earlier when actually I spoke the Rock, yeah, and he had I don't know what package he had it, but his data didn't show the volume profile as my one.
Hmm. That's interesting.
But then when I read the packages, they're showing you the allowance of data for each package as well.
Okay. Well, already I updated my Pro every time when they had that 60-70% rate, so I have a lot of days in my plan still. Even if I upgrade to premium now, I don't have to pay again until 2 years later.
Yeah, this is what I'm doing always when I'm waiting for the
Yeah.
sales and
The problem is with this, 2 years later, it will be like 10 days before their Black Friday sale 2 years
uh
from now. So
so
that's
i- if you
that's
update
what I don't
now,
like.
if you update now, it will add you the time as well.
Yes, so they're saying next time when the time will come, and then I will have to pay it on November 2nd, and Black
Okay.
Friday is November 20 or something, or 11, I think.
So before that time, the next year, Black Friday, you
Next,
can
just upgrade to
upgrade.
premium, then
Then
yeah,
it will add you another extra data. So it always will be
yeah,
1 year upfront. It's not a huge
yep,
money if
yep,
you're
yep,
doing
yep.
this way because otherwise it's yeah, too expensive.
Yes, I know it's like 600 per year, and then 600 with. So now I only have to pay like
300,
400.
400.
400, yes, because they put tax on now.
Okay. Oh, it was good when I
Uh,
was buying and accumulating. I'm happy.
yeah. 360
Accounts and
plus
billings.
tax. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So actually, I've got 431 days left.
Ooh.
So in November this year, definitely I'll be upgrading because I've got to September 24.
Right. So that's why. Yeah.
And this is a good when you allow yourself to have this like bracket. I'll be back in a second. I don't think so. My long going anywhere. Anything going anywhere.
Hmm.
I think in long is more possible first than short. The
Is
Mm.
that
reason
what?
the long will be first than the short. The reason
Mm.
why everybody waiting for closing of the gap, and before that happen, they will go higher, grab the liquidity, take all of the stop loss from the people.
I am not touching it at ATR of 2.9 during London. No, thank you. And then look at this zigzag.
This year, I thinking that the ATR won't go any higher for next month or two on London. There would be maybe
For
some
next
days
month or 2 years? No, don't say that.
it will go up to 4 and that's it. Okay,
That
the
sucks
bad thing
so
for the
bad.
shorts, Texas, it's we've got the uh, Nikkei change green as well. So ES is green, Nikkei is green.
So then a long is better than the short.
Yeah,
Looks like.
200 is green. We are above 200, but we cannot really fly.
Mhm.
So they building the orders. You see, can you on Trading View make a tools like and put in a toolbar or not? It will be as an indicator.
Who?
I just asking DC.
To put a tool in the toolbar, I don't think so because they make the tools. It's not
Okay.
like Ninja Trader.
Okay. Because I was thinking just to make something as a simple square, which is a cheap, expensive, and showing, okay, don't do anything here because we're chopping when the areas there are not far.
Yeah, yeah.
Only RTY is behind, otherwise all of the markets they go a bit higher. London just touched the extension of the view up from the Sydney. Okay, got the new 4 hour and we're staying now above. I really like when we was chopping here and we was below. Now we are above it.
You can trade oil on Wednesday. They have OPEC meetings whole day. Should be pretty wild.
I don't like it then, actually. It's really, you know what's happening, the price spiking, it's going one direction, then it goes huge spikes and going the other direction. So yeah, you can try to take
Ah,
a scalps, but not the trades.
okay.
Today was a nice short for the oil, actually, and shame I'm not in it. And now we are not ready for the long, and short is not continuing. So even I'm not saying from the top, but the oil is was at 70 or 65, just an hour before open of the mm, open of the Frankfurt, and I had a nice signal short on the Frankfurt, and there was closing of the long. So
4 times.
we are in a liquidity area on oil. Don't touch it here too. There is no liquidity here for London. Surge after surge, but the surges they look ridiculous.
What? That was a surge. Huh.
Uh, hmm. Okay, VIX is open today. That's strange. The last bank holiday was closed. Okay, we got a gap on a VIX, but VIX is very bullish. Candles was pink on algo settings and now changing to green.
And what's this that you're looking at? Oh, that's a dollar.
That was a dollar, yeah. Just on other screen, I can see that the algo candles. Mhm.
47. Can I just get to 47?
It looks like price wanna go higher, but they don't let
Yep.
it yet. We just start trading stop here, and this is where I should actually close all of the trades.
Come on. Nope. Okay.
Not going anywhere.
Nope. Not at all. Looks like it wants to go up high. What's the VIX doing and the dollar? Are they going down or they're going up?
The
If
VIX
you
is
don't mind me asking.
yeah, that's okay. The VIX move a little bit higher now, but it's not doing anything. Dollar as well, it's just holding the high and not doing anything. Mhm. Okay. Question: is it the stop loss half before we move up, or actually some sellers decide go with it? But it's looking more for the longs. Have a look. Middle of the Frankfurt, middle of the. It's the bottom of the London. Middle of the Sydney's bottom of the Frankfurt. And the chop here is really ridiculous. Timing profit and it's really staying close it. Oh, RTY is dropping nicely, making the new low now. Yes, it's about to make a new low. No, no.
A new low? Like a low from open?
No, low for London. Yes, for London
Oh.
Open, not for the Frankfurt.
But London was 47.75.
Yeah. Scalping line change red. No, sorry, it's still green. This is the bullish reversal line. Okay, scalping line changed on the previous candle. That's good.
This is going from
I watched yesterday a nice movie about the BlackBerry.
BlackBerry.
Yeah, how they started and everything. And actually it's showing why they finished. It was nice concept. I had a few of them before I moved to iPhone actually, because from
To set up your device using a screen reader, turn on narrator by pressing Windows and Control and Enter. For more accessibility features, press Windows and U, or select the accessibility icon in the bottom corner.
Okay, don't need to set
oh
up
my
anything.
god. Okay, never mind. Doesn't look. I think I'm gonna get out already because it's not.
It's not going anywhere. You got like, yeah, few candles this way, few candles that way. More bullish as we're staying above the 200, which is green.
That was the move I was waiting for, but I wasn't ready for it.
Alexa, stop.
Entry was at 50, 250, 250 around, and now your 10 points will be done.
Hmm. I had one sell. But if you break 72, then that's it. Yeah, only NQ stay green through all of the chop. They make a new high, yes, didn't. Ah, this will be a Tesla. No, actually Tesla is dropping. Come on, go below the 4 hour.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so gains across European equity markets, gains across the Asian equity space as well, up by 1.4%. And one of the drivers for that seems to be appetite for electric vehicles in China and beyond.
Why
RSI
does
is
it look?
bullish.
In the second quarter globally, named as the world's top-selling
RSI on both of the time frames is bullish on the small and big one.
more details on this. Craig, very good morning to you. Thank you for joining us on markets today. So, what is the market going to going to make of these Tesla numbers?
Yeah, I think a clear positive here. The deliveries are much higher than was expected. There was an expectation that Tesla would set a record, and they did that, and then some. I do think in terms of taking a step back and thinking about the broad scheme of things, this is a company that has two more factories than it had a year ago, early last year. So
I was really hoping you will test the previous day close and they just go a little bit above it and reject.
Indicate that they're very happy for margins to come down if it means continuing to increase deliveries.
VIX is red, yen is red, dollar showing sell, only ES and Nikkei showing green. Strong indicator is ideal for the short.
Yeah, the Model Y is the newest vehicle in the lineup. I guess you could throw the Tesla Semi in there, but I think they're selling those in the dozens, right? And so this is
ATR 3.7.
Musk actually.
Hmm.
We've got some small move of ATR.
Complexity. If you have a smaller lineup that you're not necessarily adding complexity.
36 is red.
You can more smoothly manage through the supply chain constraints, and so I think that really worked to Tesla's advantage. The question is whether that
We've got divergence on
the industry
search.
works through those supply chain issues, has a fresher set of vehicles. We may see Tesla get a boost over the next few months from the fact that they are reportedly going to update the Model 3 and Model Y. So those could be helpful for the back half of the year, early next year. But there is a question of sort of what's next in terms of a full-blown new model. And by all indications, we're still maybe a couple years out from that coming to market, and a question of whether or not they're going to continue to have to take price down in order to keep these somewhat older vehicles selling.
What about the performance in China? How are the business doing there up against some competition there as well?
BYD has a much fresher lineup. They also, of course, play a much different game than Tesla in terms of the price point. So BYD is kind of running away with things in terms of fully electric vehicle sales and just total sales. Miraculously, actually, pulling ahead of even Volkswagen as the number one brand in China. I think the electric vehicle sector in China.
Did it wake you out?
No, because I add the contracts and actually
Sort of soak up some of the production that they
I don't know if I done it right.
by exporting to new markets, notably to Canada most recently.
What does the infrastructure story in China look like around electric vehicles? Because I feel that it's varied even in different parts of Europe, and it's probably changed even since you were in China, hasn't it? The extent to which
I add the contracts and I am in a profit now.
I mean, how much further ahead is China on that front?
Yeah, it's adding more charging points than the rest of the world combined, and has been doing that for some time. So whereas in the rest of the world you have these conversations about, is infrastructure keeping up? The question among some in China is whether there are too many chargers for the.
But this was very emotional.
Yeah, exactly. So I do think, there are still challenges you see in,
15.
city
It
centers.
was very emotional
Enough charging options for people who don't have
Okay.
trade, which I shouldn't do.
essentially a case where
It's only one thing telling me to go short, which is everything here is telling me short. VIX, dollar, yen telling me short. And we are in a chop.
in terms of EVs, they've got a long way to go in the rest of the world.
But before the short happen, we can go higher.
Incentives linked to the Inflation Reduction Act in the US, but that stat is
Oh my
still
God.
remarkable. I mean, all the stats out of China, most of them are pretty remarkable. But
Okay.
adding more electric
I think I'm gonna have to be done.
the country combined, and they have been doing for some years. Thank you very much indeed, of course, on the Tesla story. We'll stay with China though, into the politics.
You close your shorts?
Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen.
Yeah, I
That's
did
good. But you close it much
because
earlier before the move up.
Of President Biden's cabinet to visit the Chinese
Or not. Or it took your stop loss.
for the details.
Oh shit.
Right. So what I think we're looking for
Okay, so POC move up.
hearing from the Treasury Department is this is
Just
really
52
about
now.
building more of that communication between the U.S. and China. And I think, Tom, as you alluded to, this is really only the second high-profile visit to China.
Again, everything
Years
I
in
want
the
15.
5 minutes showing me that short is good.
China just last month. So what I think the Treasury Department wants to look at here is, first of all, it's probably pressing China a little bit on
The last candle up have only 56% of buyers, where was quite big bullish candle, and the existing one have got 74 sellers, and it's yeah, nice bearish.
Beijing side, remember that the U.S. is focused on pressuring China over sanctions and trying to cut China off from key technologies.
On a 5 minute, this look like rejection DC.
Core part of the tension developing between the U.S. and China. We saw a little bit of that with Blinken's visit. I think that in some
Okay.
efforts to smooth over ties between the world's two largest economies, I think that's probably going to continue.
But there is as well nice trend on a 5 minute. If you 1 second, I get a 5 minute chart here.
China shall actually meet there. But ultimately, yes, it's really about smoothing ties between these two economies as we get into.
Which water did you put?
ペットボトルから。
Bring that pet bottle.
もう全部。
Red one?
レッドの。
Which one?
What to read into the appointment of a new party chief at the PBOC. It was a sort of continuity interpretation. What are you hearing? Yes, I think that that's what we're hearing as well. It's this idea of continuity over any kind of meaningful, massive change as of right now. So look, this new PBOC party chief, party secretary. I think what we're looking at is likely to become the next PBOC governor, succeeding Yi Gang.
See, just a big week, grab the liquidity
Yi was appointed for this position again
from Frankfurt.
Continuing another term, he's already over the retirement limit. So we were
Overbought.
PBOC in the coming months. This again, it's a party secretary role. Khan is not the new governor at this point, but ultimately it does seem like he's a career technocrat who's really sort of driven home those
Okay,
big
I
messages
like
of
it.
that level of continuity. And I think that as China gets into needing to contend with continued downward pressure on the yuan, obviously the story of the economic recovery in China and signs that it's faltering, any sort of
Divergence.
in terms of monetary policy
Pretty much
is going
everything.
to be really, really critical to watch here. And I think that's at least what we're seeing going forward. So we'll see how his role shapes
So
out.
50, can it pass?
Continuity is still the message here to look out for. Jill, thanks very much.
Can it pass the WMA for the 5 minute and the VWAP? Because that's been respected.
Yeah.
$47, $49. Oh my God.
Don't tell me you enter short again.
I did at 55. but I was
And
hoping it would.
now everything is green.
Oh my God.
No, my entire shot of the short was at the top where the move up was happening, and you enter
Mhm.
as we was retracing from the long, so it wasn't the best one because
Mhm.
till we didn't cross the 200, the short are not in play.
Right.
It's like there you see, we gone above 200, we gone below, we stay below. There was nice play in short. Now we are above 200. But my TP is at previous day close, just half a point higher.
Mhm.
I'm long.
Okay, from the London opening range.
Mm-hmm. Just a mental trade.
Mhm.
But I'm just. And the low is. Low is
Such a big chop. Come on, guys.
75. Okay. What will be, will be.
European equity markets, that is. We're up by 0.2% across European stocks. We've seen perhaps a surprising bounce in basic resource stocks then, Tom, given that iron ore prices went lower on Chinese property fears. But I suppose we're risk on generally, aren't we? And as a result of that, basic resource stocks have gone higher.
There is one stock that is holding back the FTSE 100 from performing better than it already is. The FTSE 100 currently up 0.2% for AstraZeneca, listed in the UK. Shares for that company falling after it gave an update in terms of results.
So we come back to 4 hour, previous 4 hour close and staying above.
And they came out, the company said it does help patients
Yeah.
with common form lung cancer live longer, but they were waiting, Jeffries says, and Mr. Jeffries, for a few more details about exactly how this drug performed. And so you've got disappointment there, and the stock, as you can see here,
It's only VIX and dollar, it's still in red, so nice. And we got divergent on the search. VIX, okay, start to drop a little bit. It's nothing.
Not that way, NQ.
And Rafaela Tegoni was talking to us about how she expects that continue, the softness around the manufacturing picture in Europe. 48 was the number out of Spain, which is essentially in line with the forecast. But again,
8:45, okay, Italian manufacturing data, they screw up.
and Spain is actually facing a much more benign picture when it comes to increases in prices. The Italian June manufacturing now, PMI falling to 43.8. That is a big drop from the previous month, 45.9, and well below the forecast as well. So 43.8 is the PMI manufacturing output for Italy for the month of June. That is falling.
What? Today some is US data and they've got a bank holiday? IMS manufacturing PMI.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Joe. Just make it like 15 points sell candle now and another one, and I'll be happy. Everything except why emits green.
And the good news as it relates to that Italian story is this is company specific. We're looking for stories where situations where we have a strong fundamental view from our bottom up analysts, number one. Number two, that is different from what we perceive the market is expecting. And number three, maybe most importantly, the catalyst they have that can change the market mentality towards what we think it should be. So, with that said, there's about 100 of these ideas we have across sectors.
Yeah, we didn't see Mr. Gray in a long time.
Yeah,
Catalysts that we think are particularly pertinent this quarter. And so,
maybe he's busy with his company.
Mhm.
Well, yeah. It'd be nice to text him to check. That's a good idea to
Yeah, I
see.
mean, there are a few different themes that percolate through here, and AI is one of them. There's a lot of fear about Google being competed against, like competed away. And in fact, we see
71%
quite the opposite.
of buyers.
All the
Previous
demand from
candle.
AI that will percolate through increases the demand for cloud services, which are core to what Google provides from an infrastructure perspective. We also see other things going on with YouTube, for example. So we're actually positive on Alphabet fundamentally as it relates to the AI opportunity. Energy transition is another theme. Rense is, which I'll always pronounce wrong from a French perspective, is core to that from the standpoint of all of that money being invested, both Europe and the U.S. in energy transition. It's one of the largest engineering and construction companies globally. And by the way, we also own Gatwick with the increase in travel and whatnot. That's a good story as well.
Yes, I'm glad to see you didn't miss the opportunity to put AI in your research. I see its importance.
Pertinence. Yes.
We're talking about the next quarter without talking about AI and the AI theme, right? You've broken that down for us. Then the economics, of course, we've just touched on that data that's come through from Spain and Italy. In terms of how it filters across your thinking, where's the resilience? Beyond the themes, which companies are showing that resilience in a slower growth, tighter margin environment?
Well, I'll throw out a couple of ideas. I think
No,
both
still
sides
no
of that
go.
divide. One, look at Adidas. We think that its business is basically done its thing from a negative perspective. Exactly. They have a new CEO who's coming in. He did wonders at Puma, and we think he'll work his magic at Adidas, notwithstanding the economic backdrop. On the flip side, we do have ideas on here. There are four that are negative in orientation. And some of that is pure good old-fashioned economics. Givaudan, the flavors and fragrances company, is quite dependent on big consumer product companies innovating and spending on R&D for new products. We think that's at risk, in part because of the economics, in part because volumes we think will slow broadly from where they really jacked up price. Another negative idea, Cheesecake Factory. If you travel to the U.S., this is that restaurant. It's terrible for the waste. Yes, they have huge sizes of cheesecake and other casual food, and it's just
Another search DC. Have a look how nice it look like.
with economic
Oh man.
activity slowing.
See, that's how I know it's chopping. My
Yeah.
TP1 should be done.
Sales gains for these guys. We just think that there's a disconnect here.
That's why I took it.
Mental trade.
Yep.
I'm thinking about it now. Tim, thank you very much. Bloomberg Intelligence.
Just first trade is always mental to check how it's moving.
Coming up, Apple's big release of the summer. Well, it was a SAG as the $3 trillion company is reported to be cutting production plans for its Vision Pro headset. More on that next. This is Bloomberg.
Okay, we done the previous day. Value area high of yesterday was around Friday. We just cleared that one when we break the structure with London. So what the fuck they waiting for?
When we went above, yes. Didn't break it because that's only a week.
Yeah. But it closed the previous day structure.
Yep.
Sorry, the previous day, previous Friday value area high.
Yes. Ah.
And as we'll go above, the bull sitting there, they will push the price higher. This is what you're waiting for.
Hmm. I think I'm just gonna go clean my laptop.
This is what I know. You heard what I was doing with my one.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep, we couldn't.
Just go and close that gap, and then I will be very happy. Not good because 50% of the swing it's not breaking anything. 61 as well.
Dashboard is all lit up green.
Yep. Moshi candle showing with the short should start now, but we can believe it. This shitty price action. I will be happy if they will go up to the extension of the VWAP because now they're on a session VWAP and London, top of the London.
Okay, we're counting down, of course, to the German number as well. There's like a different spin on manufacturing now because it's a bit of a challenge, it seems, for Apple. It's one of its products. 7 years in development and hailed as the most significant product launch since the iPhone. But now, according to the Financial Times, Apple is actually making drastic cuts to production forecasts for its mixed reality Vision Pro headset. It comes in the wake of the tech giant hitting a $3 trillion valuation on Friday, cementing its place as the world's most valuable company. Let's bring in
Talking going anywhere.
quick take for the details. Tell us what is happening with the headset, the Vision headset, and why this is a challenge for Apple.
So as you say, it's all based on reporting from the Financial Times. The expectation of Apple's never announced publicly of how many units it expects to sell, but the reporting had been really that they expect to maybe 350,000 units in the first year. The FT is suggesting that it's going to be quite a lot lower than that. The issue really is that in any new product, particularly a new product category, and in this we can really see there is some bleeding edge technology, particularly when it comes to the displays, the micro OLED displays in the headsets. They are getting low yield, it seems, on the manufacturing of them. That means that there are fewer, a lower percentage of them are usable or meet Apple specs than they would like of the full production line. So that means that actually they're perhaps not able to make as many as they would like in this first year. Now, that might also be why you go for a lower number in the first year, because if you were trying to do a 12 million unit launch or a meaningful number, then having these problems at this stage would be a far bigger issue.
Cloud on algo through all of these move up, stay red.
Higher price topic, which builds in a little bit of buffer
Oh.
for that sort of thing, with a lower volume.
That's strange because on this small area when it was ranging, it was green, and as soon as they break out from the range, it was red. Yeah, the last surge is really a joke. Come on, Vix, can you drop? Oh, no, you don't want to drop because then the price will go higher.
What does this mean then for the business? Is this significant for Apple as a business?
I mean, at this stage, no. And it assumes, though, that you're able to fix the problem further down the line. At this stage, the kind of assumption is the Vision Pro.
Again, testing 1 minute.
Some other name, which is really the mass market product.
1 and 5 are at the same level.
Hmm.
Oh no, this is the trend line. Okay. It's too much mess on the screen.
More appealing because there's a bunch more things you can do with it. Alex Webb from Bloomberg, quick take on Apple's challenges around its headset. Thank you very much indeed. We'll walk you through some of the manufacturing data, of course, across the Eurozone. And the top line is manufacturing continues to slow in that economy. Across your equities, Anna, you're currently seeing gains of 0.2% across your stock.
Yeah, absolutely. 0.2% higher on stock 600. Looking for a shortened trading day, of course, over in the United States today. Futures are pretty flat, say side. Nasdaq futures up a tenth of a percent. E-minis are flat. That is it. Markets today. Simply.
Just break this bloody hell 200.
That what?
I was saying to break the 200 moving average.
Hmm. PP1 would be hit
Two gauges.
for 6 points. Took ages. What is that? More than 15 minutes for 6 points. Come on.
Global rally extends amid optimism that U.S. inflation is moderating. But Pinker warns about the disconnect between valuations and a worsening economic backdrop. Authority tested President Emmanuel Macron pushing to restore order across France after almost a week of riots sparked by a police officer's fatal shooting of a teenager as the cost mounts. Plus, the leader for Dawn, Tesla and China's BYD set quarterly sales records on surging demand for electric vehicles. Very good morning, Francine is out for today with the pleasure of my company for the next hour. Quick check on markets. We just had a red headline on the manufacturing for Europe. We are firmly in contraction, 43.4. The preliminary estimate was for 43. second half of the year. You have traded equities pretty much with immunity. Will you be able to continue to do
That
so
was
with
nice breakout
impunity
trade
going
actually.
into the second half of the year? Oil steadies, I mean, it's been a record losing streak for 4 quarters. The hedge funds are the most bearish on WTI since November 2017. A battle royal is being drawn between the specs in the
Are we
market
start the
and the
trend?
meeting of the oil ministers in Vienna, which I will leave for after this show. Rates, you're seeing yields rise 3.84%. There was a massive dislocation last Thursday on the better data. Rate cuts are gone. How many more rate hikes will come? The dollar is up, however, the hedge funds are bailing on the positions. Dollar longs fall to the lowest since March. You are just seeing a structural repositioning in the dollar. To the map across Europe, as I say, firmly in a manufacturing retrenchment. There are riots in France. This is state of play on European equities. Let's have a quick look at that for you. You have got small gains
4:32.
across the board in terms of the equity markets. We'll bring that to you in just a second. As I say, you had a breaking red headline there on the manufacturing side
Inkia.
of the
Ah.
European complex.
Bulls, where
Let's
the
have a
heck
look
you
at the
going?
European equity map. Here we go. Actually, the other dynamic is this. This is what you really need to
I
focus
don't
on,
think so. They should.
which is the twos, tens inversion. It's deep.
I don't
It's
think so. They
benevolent.
should
It
cross
is
the
absolute. As a
79.
suggested, you're looking at one of the deepest and
Hmm?
darkest moments in the bond inversion in decades. Anyway, but
You don't think it's gonna cross where?
this disconnect between
That's it. I think so
and
for the Bulls.
in
This is
recent
the previous day high.
more aggressively as we go into
Mm-hmm.
the second half of the year. That's certainly on the markets. Let's move the agenda along and begin with our main story this morning on France, which is, of course, the protests in France have continued for a fifth night as the police killing of a teenager gripped the country. Some 25,000 police were deployed in an effort to contain clashes that left hundreds of public buildings and shops damaged and ransacked. Our correspondent for France, Caroline Conan, joins me now from Paris. Caroline, talk me through the fifth night of protests and the estimated cost to the economy at this stage. Caroline.
The peak of the riots actually may have passed because we only saw that 150 arrests last night compared to more than 700, for example, on Saturday and 1,300 on Friday night. But still, of course, dozens of banks, supermarkets, 700 supermarkets, according to the French finance minister, schools, public buildings have been damaged. There's been some looting, some buildings have been vandalized over the past few days. So, of course, this will cost a lot to the French economy. The first estimate is at least 100 million euros in damages, but this is, of course, if the riots stop today. So it is unclear whether the riots will continue over the next few nights. As you said, about 45,000 police officers are deployed every night across the country, and the rioters are usually very young, between 14 and 18 years old,
Those white
and they
candles.
come
Okay,
from
don't touch it.
poor suburbs, what we call cities in France, from the low-income neighborhoods where the
Just
population
allow
is
this mental trade to go
undereducated,
somewhere.
underemployed, and very often from
20
immigrant
points already.
backgrounds.
That's
This
not bad.
means the government will
That's
also have
true.
to
That's
address the
true.
deep issues in those neighborhoods and the discrimination that the police may have faced in the case of the killing of the teenager last Tuesday. And clearly, as you can see on all the French newspapers today, France is still shocked. We'll see how the situation evolves tonight and over the next few nights. Yeah, Caroline, and certainly Emmanuel Macron blaming social media for a great deal of what has happened and escalated over the past couple of nights. We'll return to this story a little bit later on with you, Caroline Conan in Paris. I'm joined now by John Bilton, Head of Global Multi-Asset Strategy at JP Morgan Asset Management. John, many asset managers often join myself and Francine and say we never trade geopolitics. So I'm not asking you to trade geopolitics. How serious a moment is this for France, for Europe, just in terms of risks as you look at it this morning?
Well, look, I think you're absolutely right to home in on geopolitics being something which doesn't necessarily drive economics. I mean, we've seen this time after time, and obviously a shocking scenes in France. We certainly hope that semblance of calm comes back in. But I think at the moment, the reality is we should be focusing on what the consumer is doing, what company earnings are telling us. Of course, what earnings season are coming up very soon, and where
Such a bullish, such a bearish divergence, and
what drives the economic outlook from here on out.
and what?
Briefly, what is the ECB goal post center?
Well, it's super interesting. Look at the PMI.
Oh, this was a Tesla. What the fuck? Oh shit! Have a look what's happened now. This year.
Ooh, Tesla is flying. What?
Yeah, this is what's happened just now. This is the move up. Tesla and Amazon. They break the box.
Is, of course, we've had this.
They break everything. I didn't saw this in ages. And this is a pre-market. They done probably better pre-market move than pre-market move is much better than whole market move on Friday and Thursday.
Oh.
So, but let's look at the facts. Over 50 odd years, if you go back to 1950,
What was happening? Why this happened? I think so. Tesla was there was talking whole morning about the bloody hell. Tesla had a lot of orders and everything.
I think we've got to be very careful not to continue to look for this recession, which is apparently still 6 months around the corner, some 18 months after it was first called. So I think we've got to look.
Okay, go down from now.
Hmm?
I'm just telling to Tesla, not to NQ. Nikkei change red. Everything is red now, except the Tesla. I've got the different view about this short.
Don't be too greedy because those corrections downwards could be short-lived.
I mean, I should perhaps temper my enthusiasm. I'm 3 weeks away traveling different countries. So when I talk about 4G, I suppose really what I am talking about is this, voracious appetite for Japan, which has been evident. I mean, 30-year high on the topics, etc. When you look at the 5 trillion out of the Nasdaq, the Japan market trading in the 1990s, and the market cap is 74%. Are they just not bothered about disinversion in 3 years and credit?
A bit more to it than that. I mean, look, I think front and centre, anybody who is on the constructive end of this, and I include myself within that, looks at the issue with some level of concern. Three things actually that I would flag. Number one, we have to account for inflation, which of course has been pushing up front-end rates and is now gradually coming down. So let's wait and see where that goes. Secondly, we all know that the yield curve is the best unbiased indicator of forward rate expectations. Everyone expects a recession in the forward. Not surprising.
Yeah, VIX start dropping. MQ start flying. I don't know why it was such a big spike on a VIX before the open if really the price didn't go down. Why the VIX drop? Okay, check what will be happening with the stock.
Stay there, seated and ready to go in London. Coming up, UBS boss Sergio Monti is said to be wary of floating Credit Suisse's domestic unit, the Universal Bank, for sale or not on Bahnhofstrasse. We have the details on the list.
Almost 30 points, Koltun.
Yeah, I can see that, and Everything was green, that's true. The candles on algo changed from the pink to green. But
Yeah.
these surges was like typical bearish.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the bulls weren't doing anything.